Wham! What's up with it? It's your boy Ski, baby. And I'm back with another fire reaction. And y'all already see what the fuck is going on. We got REN in this bitch. You know, I'm feeling nice. Every time REN drops, I feel like a holiday around this fucker. You feel me? REN, suicide, like, comment, hit that subscribe button. With no further ado, we right to motherfucking business. REN, stop playing with them boys. Hold up. Hold up.
Through the cracks of the night sky, a light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Oh, treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. I'm so fucking lonely beneath this narcissistic, can't keep a secret.
Hold up, man. Hold up before you hit me over my motherfucking head. You feel me? Let's go back. Hey, what I like about REN is he ain't no surface level rapper. You feel? Matter of fact, I ain't even gonna call him a rapper. Like musician. Goddamn, we gotta put some respect on REN name. Musician, artiste. You know what I'm saying? He's not a regular motherfucker. He is different, but he ain't surface level. Like, his shit is deep. His shit got meaning to it, passion to that fucker. So, you know, I didn't learn how to listen to REN. You see me? And like he said something.
A light goes out on the other.
A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. And light, when your light goes out, you know, that signifies like death. You know what I'm saying? Like when motherfuckers say, man, I'm finna cut his lights out. It's over for you, goddamn. He means business. But and then he said lost on the tracks in the nighttime, or walking on the tracks in the light. That signified like he lost, and it never really feels like the right time. A lot of people be going through mental battles and mental issues, and they feel lost, and they feel like they out of place. You know what I'm saying? Like they a misfit or some shit. Like they just don't fit in, and it's never the right time or the right place for them. So that's when they be thinking suicide, because they think, I can't live here, I can't be here. You know what I'm saying? I'm a REN overload.
Tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. I'm so fucking lonely beneath this narcissistic, can't keep a secret. Miscount sheep, I can't sleep, a misfit. Some say trouble, but some say
miscount sheep, I can't sleep. But motherfuckers count sheep to go to sleep. He said, I miscount sheep, I can't sleep. Or misfit, like I don't fit in. Man, me and REN, we here. That's why I fuck with REN, because we are here, you know what I'm saying?
Secret, miscount sheep, I can't sleep, a misfit. Some say trouble, but some say sadistic. Bruises my brother, one time or the other. My skin felt counterfeit, silicone rubber. Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you. Falling.
REN music is like medicine. Medicine for the fucking soul.
Silicone rubber.
Where say my skin feel counterfeit, silicone and rubber or some shit. Counterfeit, fake. This shit don't even feel real right now.
Bruises my brother, one time or the other. My skin felt counterfeit, silicone rubber. Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you. Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
Sick boy, bitten by a tech boy.
Hey, I like that flashback reference. If you know, you know.
Sick boy, bitten by a tech boy. I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick.
I'm so fucking washed up.
I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick.
I'm so fucking washed up and seasick. Masochistic kid with a split lip. 6 feet deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous. Won't stay down cause my body purges. Useless my mother, can't keep in my supper. Skin so pale cause my cheeks leak colour. Truth is my father, you choose your karma. Draw for the sword, then drive through the armour. Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. treading on the tracks in the night time.
Right up.
It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide.
Windbreaker Ren is different though. Ren jacket game goes so crazy. Just you're a little off topic, but we got to pay our respects, man. His jacket game is insane.
Suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
Uh-oh, they didn't hit our motherfucking ass with the good old switcheroo.
It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my
Fuck going on, man? Your stomach burns when you drinking from an empty cup. You know what I'm saying? And they saying, you know, either glass half full, you know what I'm saying, or half empty, how you look at it. But what if you feel like your cup is completely empty? Like imagine that mind state, being in that mind state to where nothing soothes you. Nothing soothes you. You feel like ain't shit right, nothing right in this world. Like not one piece of anything, or your cup is completely empty. Imagine that feeling. Like I done been down. I done been depressed and deal with anxiety and been super stressed before. But I ain't never felt like my cup was completely empty. Imagine getting to that place.
It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double dutch.
Like this motherfucker saying, cry me a river. He said, nigga, I filled up a whole motherfucking ocean with these shits. Y'all keep telling me to do this and do this. It's hard to elevate. It's hard to get better when my wings is cut. Nigga, when I'm drinking from an empty cup. I ain't got motivation to do shit. Man, what?
It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes.
He's talking about a friend that passed, and he said he locked his youth inside the truck, inside a pickup truck, then dumped it over the, I guess, the bridge he jumped. And then from that day, he became a man. He grew up. That kid shit was gone, man. Life changed ever since that moment. And it be that moment, too. I remember when it was that moment for me, when my best friend died. When my best friend died, shit, I can't even explain it. Like Ren doing it for me.
Cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly. What it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss my...
All these things that can happen in this world, man. The most fragile thing happened and showed us how fragile we was. Motherfuckers be thinking they invincible. You be living like motherfuckers gonna be there forever until some shit hits you across the head. One little movement, one little decision. Man, R.I.P. my brother Money Mike, man. Love you, gang.
Look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sega, Justin, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plastic ass. The truth is that the day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find that anger.
When I say Ren expressing my motherfucking feelings to a T, man, the shit that I'm going through, Miss the gang. Miss hanging with the gang. Me and Money, man. Brock, Shabazz, Bonner. Ever since Money passed, man, like he said, I never call him up that much. Like, it takes so much. I just talked to my best friend, one of my other best friends. I probably got like 4 best friends. One of them passed, R.I.P. Money. My other one, Bonner, I grew up with him. And ever since Money passed, shit just ain't been the same. With none of them. My nigga Brock, Shabazz, like I rarely call them up, and it takes so much. Like, they'll reach out to me. Like, bro, I ain't heard from you, man. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And that shit be like, I don't know what it is. The distance is my plastic. The distance is my plastic cast. That shit is crazy. I never even thought of it like that till REN put it in them words.
Missing that, I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plastic cast. The truth is that the day you jump, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find that anger. All I find is missing you, man, I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying, and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it worked, cause I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I could find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse.
Then I got the regret that I should have been there. I should have been there. I was thinking he was always gonna be there, so I wasn't in a rush to be there. It's fucking childish thinking, man. Then I get the phone call that he got killed. Knowing if I would have been there, things would have been different. Just cause Mike, he was just, you know what I'm saying? Just go with the flow, reckless, not start no problems, but don't understand when there's a problem. You feel me? And me, I'm aware of those things. So I'm Mike, hold on, let's do this, or let's do that, or let's think about this. You feel me? That was my role.
Brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it worked, cause I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I could find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you absurd. Fuck.
Yeah, I already know I got to run this fucker back like spinal cords and car seats.
Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. I'm so fucking lonely beneath this. Narcissistic, can't keep a secret. Miscount sheep, I can't sleep, a misfit. Some say trouble, but some say sadistic. Bruises my brother, one time or the other. My skin felt counterfeit, silicone rubber. Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you. Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
Sick boy, bitten by a tech boy. I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick.
I'm so so fucking washed up and seasick. Masochistic kid with a split lip. 6 feet deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous. Won't stay down cause my body purges. Useless my mother, can't keep in my supper. Skin so pale cause my cheeks leak colour. Truth is my father, you choose your karma. Draw for the sword, then drive through the armour. Oh, falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Oh, treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
This one shit get real.
It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly. What it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sager, Justin, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plaster cast. The truth is to the day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find that anger. All I find is missing you, man, I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying, and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it worked, cause I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I could find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you absurd. Fuck.
Yeah, that's a motherfucking doozy, man. Shout out to the slime REN, man. Shout out to my motherfucking slime REN. Suicide. Fire, 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 fire. Like, comment, hit the subscribe button. Hit that notification bell down below to be know the gang. That way you don't miss a thing, man. Instagram, Twitter. Follow your boy at OkSceez, man. I got the Patreon. Buy me a coffee. Links are in the description, man. I appreciate everybody that continue to support your boy by clicking those links. You are the real MVP. Shout out to y'all. Any song requests, throw them in the comment section. I got you. It's going to be a bit of a wait, though, because I got a list. So be patient with me. But if you're not trying to wait, CashApp, PayPal, Venmo me, and we'll get you to the top of that fucker immediately, man. REN, suicide, 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 man. Shit hell.